Coming up, 2 people are dead after a plane crash yesterday in Decatur County.
And the city of Valdosta has a plan to reduce substandard housing. We'll have these stories and more. Your News Valdosta starts now.
Welcome to News Valdosta. I'm Julia Higgs.
And I'm Rebecca Forney. 2 unidentified people are dead after a plane crash Monday. The crash happened near Salem Church Road near Climax. The Federal Aviation Administration said an alert notice was issued Monday morning after air traffic controllers lost contact with Cessna 441 aircraft. The plane had taken off Monday morning from Lakeland Linder Regional Airport in Florida. It was last located about 2 miles west of Carroll Grady County Airport. Earlier in the day, after receiving calls of a loud bang in the area, Thomas County Sheriff's Officer personnel searched for the plane near Metcalf. Georgia State Patrol Post 12 Commander Sergeant Tommy Peoples said the low cloud coverage and poor visibility hindered the search. An investigation into the crash is continuing.
Last week, the Lake Park Police Department refused to transfer an inmate from their jail to Lowndes County Jail. Lake Park Police say that's because of a security issue that arose last year involving a Lake Park officer. In the end, the Lake Park officer lost his job. The Lake Park Police Department continues to transport inmates to Brooks County, but Lake Park Police Chief James Berlektic says he expects to sit down with Lowndes officials in the very near future and resolve the issues between the 2 departments.
The city of Valdosta has a plan to get rid of substandard housing by the year 2020. The city plans to do this by using federal funding to fix up homes that are considered unsafe. Through the program, the city will pay for expenses of the rehab with the program they call the Community Development Block Grant. To qualify for the program, homeowners must live in the residence for 5 years and meet the city's requirements for low and moderate income. In the end, the goal is to help homeowners improve their living conditions.
Valdosta's gasoline prices climbed dramatically in the past week, according to price tracking websites. The average price of gasoline in Valdosta jumped 9 cents from $2.02 a gallon last week to $2.11 Sunday, according to the American Automobile Association Daily Fuel Gauge Report. On a state level, the average gas price Sunday was $2.13 a gallon, up from $2.05 the previous week. The increase is mainly based on continued refinery maintenance and the recent rise in crude oil costs.
The Lowndes County Commission is considering an ordinance requiring candidates for county offices to pay qualifying fees for county offices. They plan to vote on the proposal today at 5:30 during their regularly scheduled meeting. The commission is trying to follow the Georgia statute, which requires governing bodies to publish qualifying fees for any resident seeking public office. For instance, any resident considering to run for commission chairman must pay a $600 fee in order to qualify for the position. The commission will also vote on decommissioning and removal of old radio equipment, as well as buying 3 new pursuit cars for the sheriff's office.
Yesterday morning, the Georgia Department of Education released the current high school graduation rates for the state of Georgia. Valdosta High School has one of the highest percentage jumps in the state with an increase of more than 12 points. Valdosta High School rose to a graduation rate of 77.7% last year. Lowndes High School was also up by 4 percentage points from last year, beginning it to a grad rate of 86.9%. When we come back, downtown Valdosta makes plans to host its annual VSU Blazing Throwdown.
And Flashdance the Musical is coming Thursday night. We'll have these stories and more when we come back.
7,000 high school students drop out every school day. That's a line of desks more than 4 miles long. We can keep students in school. Visit boostup.org and take the first step.
There are a million places you'd never consider texting. So why would you do it while driving? Leave risky driving to the professionals. Stop the texts, and together we can stop the wrecks.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
Today, downtown Valdosta will host its annual Blazing Throwdown for Valdosta State's homecoming week. This will be the third annual Blazing Downtown Throwdown and will start at 6:30 p.m. at the historic Courthouse Square. This event will include the VSU band, cheerleaders, Red Hot, and members of the Valdosta football team. The Throwdown will also have a People's Choice Award for the downtown window decorating contest stores. And restaurants will also have special for this event.
A famous 80s movie is now taking to the live stage, coming up this week. With more on this, we go to News Valdosta reporter Tamara Connors.
This Thursday at 7:30 p.m., Flashdance the Musical will be performing right here in Valdosta in the Mathis Auditorium on Ashley Street. This pop culture phenomenon will take the stage live, telling the story of a young girl who has dreams of becoming a professional dancer. Critics have hailed this show as astonishing, with songs from the original movie including What a Feeling, Gloria, Manhunt, and I Love Rock and Roll. Tickets are available on a first-come, first-served basis, so don't miss out on this exciting, amazing, and unforgettable show. With your News Valdosta, I'm Tamara Conyers.
Members of the Lowndes County FFA chapter recently won their divisions of the National FFA Agri-Science Fair. 12 Lowndes FFA members won 8 of 24 divisions of the Agri-Science Fair in Kentucky. The members were recognized during last night's Lowndes County Board of Education board meeting for their accomplishments.
Sonia Miley will host a Grow Your Business with eBay seminar at the Valdosta Chamber of Commerce. Miley will go through the steps on how to use eBay and sell your items. The event will be hosted in early December and will be $15 for chamber members and $12 and $20 for non-chamber members.
We're going to take a break, but when we come back, we'll get today's weather report from Caitlin Redford.
So stay with us.
NFC, AFC, offensive linemen, defensive tackles, quarterbacks, and cornerbacks are all working with United Way for a million little reasons. The kids of our communities, to ensure their academic success all the way to graduation day. You see, it takes about 12 years to create a graduate, but it takes the same time to create a dropout. And the difference between a kid becoming one or the other could be a professional athlete, or it could be you. Studies showed the earlier we get to kids, the better their chances. So become a United Way volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor, and make a difference in the life of a child, for the life of that child.
Give. Advocate.
Volunteer. Live united. Join your favorite NFL players. Take the pledge. Go to unitedway.org.
Here, we are a community of 11,000 individual stories.
A place where all doors are open.
Your home away from home.
Where you will make lifelong connections.
And you will never feel invisible. Here, you will write it, research it, sing it,
broadcast it, share it, serve it,
teach it, nurture, and own it.
VSU, over 100 majors, championship athletics, and just far enough away from home. Find out what VSU can do for you.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
Now let's take a look at the weather forecast with Caitlin Redford. Caitlin?
Thank you, ladies. It feels as if fall is finally arriving. Today's high will be 74 degrees with light winds. While the day started out cloudy, we should end the day with sunshine. Tonight, it is finally time to break out the sweaters. The temperature will drop to a seasonal 51 degrees. The sun will set around 5:40 p.m. Tomorrow's high will be around 79 degrees. The low will remain in the lower 50s. Expect partly cloudy skies throughout the day. The UV index for today is 5 on a 10-point scale. This is a moderate rating. During midday, be sure to avoid direct sun exposure and wear eye protection. The pollen count continues to remain low at 1.3. The low pollen count is due to the amount of rainfall this month. The predominant pollen continues to be ragweed. Continue to take allergy medication as needed. That is all I have for the weather. Back to you, ladies.
When we come back, we'll have more on the progress of our local football teams.
So stay with us.
A single ember that escapes from a wildfire can travel more than a mile. That single ember can ignite and destroy your home or even your community. You can't control where that ember will land, only what happens when it does. Get Fire Adapted now at fireadapted.org.
Welcome back to News Valdosta.
And now it's time for our local sports report with Akira Foster. Akira?
Thanks, ladies. The Valdosta High football team will be on the road against the North Cobb Warriors in the first round of the playoffs. The Wildcats are going into the game with 7 wins under their belt. The Warriors have merely 5 wins. Kickoff will be at 7:30 on Friday. Also, in other Wildcat sports news, the Valdosta High boys and girls basketball teams will have their first game of the season this Saturday against the Thomasville Bulldogs. This will be the first time the teams have played each other. You can watch this matchup at Valdosta High School with the girls starting at 7 and the boys starting at 8. With the Georgia High School Cheerleading State Competition coming up this weekend, many teams traveled to Sylvester this past Saturday to compete in the region competition. Here's News Valdosta's Jessica Pope with more.
Schools from all over the region came this weekend to Worth County High School in Sylvester, Georgia to compete in the Region 1 cheerleading competition. This competition marked the first step towards attending state competition this Saturday in Columbus, Georgia. Of the teams that competed this weekend included our Lowndes High Vikings.
The day was filled with lots of cheering, tumbling, stunting, and of course, a lot of nerves. The Lowndes High cheerleaders have been preparing for this day all season. In order to get a bid to the state competition, they would need to place in the top 4 in their region. The region included Colquitt County, Lee County, and Tift County. The Lowndes High cheerleaders performed a near-perfect routine and then just had to wait in anticipation for the judges' scores. In the end, Lee County won the Region 1 6A championship. This put Lowndes High winning as the runner-ups and making a bid to sectionals on Friday.
We did good, especially everybody brought it today. We really did the best we've ever done today.
Coach Trollinger had this to say about preparing for sectionals on Friday.
Just making everything clean and sharp. They have the big stuff, now we got to make it perfect.
And just like that, another region competition cheerleading season is in the books. The Lowndes High Vikings are the region runner-up and will be heading to sectionals in Columbus, Georgia on Friday. They'll need to place in the top 8 in order to advance to the finals on Saturday. For News Valdosta, this is Jessica Pope.
This past Friday, the Valwood Valiants football team played their first game in this year's state playoffs against Trinity Christian. The Valiants won the game big with a score of 41-0 and now will advance to the second round of the state playoffs. The next game will be at Pinewood Christian this Friday. If the Valiants can win this game, they will advance to the semifinals of the state playoffs. That's all I have for today's local sports report. Back to you ladies at the news desk.
Thank you, Akira. Coming up next, we'll talk about all the Veterans Day events planned for tomorrow.
See how when we come back.
Get your ass out. You're not in here.
Yes, I am.
Move. Give it to him hard.
No. Ow.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why are you stabbing me with it? No.
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how. Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you are really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
And we're back with News Valdosta.
This Thursday, there will be a nearby event called Local Bottles and Area Pottery. The Quitman Brooks County Historical Museum invites the public to attend the exhibition at the Quitman Cultural Center. Local collector Dewey Ellsbury will show and talk about his collection of bottles from the bottling plants in early Quitman. He will also be exhibiting a large number and a variety of utility pieces of pottery made in Stockton, Georgia, in nearby Lanier County in the late 1800s and the early 1900s. Some of these pieces were found in Brooks County. Anyone having a special bottle should bring it and share your story, or you may want to ask about it. This event is being organized by Quitman Brooks County Historical Museum and will be held from 7:30 to 8:30 p.m.
Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., the City of Valdosta will host Veterans Appreciation event at Bazemore Hyder Stadium in honor of Veterans Day. A dedication ceremony will follow the event where they will dedicate several trees in honor of Valdosta veterans at American Legion Post 13. The city is encouraging local veterans to take advantage of some of the local businesses offering specials and extended business hours for veterans. Don't forget to wear patriotic colors tomorrow to show your appreciation. That's it for our program today. Thank you for watching News Valdosta. I'm Rebecca Forney.
And I'm Julia Higgs. We'll see you tomorrow.